In this video, I am planning to discuss regarding the basics of a PowerPoint preparation, especially when each batch of MSc nursing students, when they come to the institution, when they join for any PG course in an institution, there will be at least few students who are not familiar with the basics of how to prepare a PowerPoint. So this video is meant mainly for those students who are beginners in using a PowerPoint. So I will be showing only the basics of a PowerPoint preparation, especially which may be useful when you are presenting a seminar or when you are doing a presentation in your institution. So if you are a beginner, this video is for you. So how to prepare a PowerPoint? Now this PowerPoint version what I have with me is 2016 version, which I will show you. Just type in the search column PowerPoint. So as I type, I automatically get here PowerPoint 2016. Just give a double click so that the PowerPoint templates opens up and you find here so many different templates of PowerPoints are there. So if I want to select say this one, if this is the template which I want, I just have to give create. Or if I am planning only for a blank presentation, it will open up like this. So this is the basic. So how did I open it up? I'll just show you once more. I'm just typing in the search column just PowerPoint. Okay, so it just opens up and I have just opened a blank presentation. Now, another way of creating a PowerPoint is just on your desktop, give a right click. So you will get new, and in this new, you can select Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, which at present will be in the desktop. Later, when you save, you can save it in maybe in your documents or data disk D, E, etc. So this I am deleting it. So I have already opened a blank presentation. So this is how PowerPoint, the whole, when you open a PowerPoint, this is what you see in the screen. You find that there is certain tabs here, that is you have the file tab, home tab, insert tab, design. See that the top portion whatever you see, this is called as a tab. Okay, so now I'm going to home tab. So in each tab you will find that, okay, you have certain group. Okay, you will find that there are certain groups, for example a new slide, layout, reset, section. So same way, when I select for each thing, you will have certain softwares or certain applications which are grouped together. Now for example, this group is related to pictures, online pictures, screenshot of pictures, photo album. So certain things which are similar in application are being put together. When I suppose if I'm going to click this animations, so you will find all these tabs here are related to, the groups are related to animation. So I have a home tab. Okay, this is called as a ribbon, and in the ribbon I find that there are a lot of groups. So this is how a PowerPoint is, and this is how it opens up. Now if I want to type something in this first slide, usually the first slide which opens up is called as a title slide. Okay, so even before I go on to the title slide, say this title slide, I want to type the topic of the presentation. Say I am taking on research process. Okay, so I type here, just click over there and just type research process. So it's so simple. Now I have typed the title of the presentation. Now if needed, I can add the subtitle. So subtitle, for some speakers, they usually type their name, designation, institution, so you can type. So here I would like to give the subtitle as quantitative research. So my class is going to be on research process, especially on quantitative research. So this is what is a title and this is a subtitle which I have. Now the most important thing is you find here. Now as I have typed here, all these things have become very prominent. That is in the home tab if I'm going to see. Okay, so I can, if needed, I can just select this and I can give bold. So the whole things is highlighted and it is now in bold. Say for example this one, I'm just selecting it, and if needed I can give it in italics and I just want to bold it, I can do that. Okay, so you have certain buttons here. This group you find here, you have different font sizes are there, which you must be familiar while using a Microsoft Word. You can increase the size or decrease the size by selecting this button. Okay, so you have so many icons here if you want to underline. Now you find here there is something else. This button is called as a launch button. Launch button is where everything cannot be put over into the small group. Okay, when you want to give more, you can just click this and you will find that if you want to double strike, you can do that. If you want to create a superscript, you just tick it here and place a tick mark and just give okay. That word what you have typed will become a superscript. So now we find that in each group, like in some of the groups, you will have this launch button. Okay, so when I click this launch button, whatever is extra which is not put here will open up. So I'll just try to review it. I just taught you how to open a PowerPoint. Now I know that there are certain basic tabs which are there in the top portion of the PowerPoint, and under each tab when I click, okay, certain groups are being opened up in the ribbon. Okay, so this much I know, and if needed I can highlight it, I can place it into italics. If needed I can even change the font. Okay, I can even change the font, not the font, I mean the style. Okay, that also can be changed, the color can be changed. So I find so many options over here. Now if I want to create a new slide, okay, now I want to go for a new slide. The option is very easy. You find here there is a new slide, just click new slide and you find that the next slide is being ready now. Okay, now it's ready to use. Again, if I want to create a new slide, just give a click and it will come. Now in the same way as in Microsoft Word, we have an undo option, okay, and you also have a redo option. So this is the arrow mark for undo and this is the arrow mark for redo. So if needed, if you want any changes, you can use this particular icon for that purpose. So next what I would like to tell is regarding the even in the new slide, this new slide, you have a launch button here. So I want you to look here. We have a launch button here. When I click the new slide, automatically only this pattern will come. But if I want, I can just click on to this launch button and you find that so many options are there. If needed, you can even have this comparison option. See, automatically the slide changes into a comparison option. If needed, I can change it into so many, only title. Okay, if you want only the title to be displayed in a slide, you can just click and here it is. So please remember, when you want to create a new slide, okay, one option is you just click on to this new slide. Other option is what you can do, you can just click on to the launch button and then you can select whichever format of slide you want as a new slide. So that is how we create a new slide. One other option is you can just keep here and then give a right click and then insert new slide. That option is also available. Suppose the fourth slide also I want the same pattern, just keep here and give an enter, automatically the new slide opens. So these are the different techniques of opening a new slide. That is, number one is you click on to this option new slide. Number two is if you want to change the pattern of the slide, click on to the launch button and select whichever layout you want for the slide. Okay, other option is you just keep here and that is near to the thumbnails. Okay, these are called as thumbnails. So when I select this thumbnail, this particular slide's thumbnail is this. Okay, so keep your arrow mark next to the thumbnail, just give a right click and then give new slide. So, or if I want the same pattern of slide for the next one, just keep here and just give an enter. All these things are different ways of opening up a new slide. Now the next thing which is very interesting is I want to change the design of the slide. What if I want to change the design? Now this design is okay, but still I can make it more colorful. I can make it more, attractive. If your presentation can be made more attractive, how? Like, I can go to this design option. Now you find so many different designs of slides are there. Again, I'm just going on to this launch button so that I find so many slides. So whichever slide you can just click and see, and you can select any one slide which you like it. Okay, so maybe this blue or maybe this gray, whichever you feel is good. So many different templates are there. Whichever you feel is good, you can select. So now I have selected this template, and so the design of the slide has been changed. Okay, so this is how we select the we change the design of the slide. And let me tell you, as you change the design of the slide, okay, the font and the there are certain standard styles which are being used. Okay, I mean the letter font, so that also will keep on changing. Say for example, if I'm going to select this one, okay, you will find that the font is different. Okay, the font is different, and the letter style is also entirely different. Now in 2016 version, one type what we have is, okay, one type of template what we have is, say for example, I have selected this template. Okay, I have a variance of templates which are available here. Now this color is a bit of brown. Okay, if I am going to press this launch button, you have so many different variants of the same slide. Instead of that brown, I can even select green, or I can select blue. Okay, so you have a different variants of the same pattern. So I am selecting this blue. Okay, so this is how you change the design of your PowerPoint. So whichever you feel is attractive, you can select the design. So I have just shown you what is there in the home tab. I have shown you how to type it, how to enter a new slide, and how to change the design of the slide. Now let me show you the second slide. So the second slide, the layout is like this. So I want to write here, since I am taking a class on the steps of quantitative research, I would like to discuss on the steps which is being discussed under the 4 phases. So I have just put my caps on and I've just typed phases. Okay, so I am just typing the phases, making it center. I'm giving it a bold. Maybe if you want a uniform color, you can change the color. Okay, and if you want to increase the size, you can increase the size. So this is phases. Same way, to add text here, I just click on here. I am just writing here conceptual phase. The second one, design and planning phase. Number 3, empirical phase. Number 4, analytical phase. And number 5, dissemination phase. So I have typed the content. So I have put here the 5 phases. So I am planning to bold it. I am trying to change the style. I am selecting Times New Roman. Okay, so still I feel I want to increase the size. So it's here. Okay, so I have put my 5 phases here. So this I try to adjust, and I am still changing the. Okay, so this is how my slide looks. Okay, so I have conceptual phase, design and planning phase, empirical, analytical, and dissemination phase. So I'm giving a spacing. I have just given a space so that it looks good. Now I want to add pictures. Still, I feel that I want to add certain pictures for each face. How to add the pictures? How to add the pictures? It's quite simple. Just go to insert. Okay, and insert, just click on to pictures. So pictures, if you have saved any pictures, okay, then maybe you can just click on to the pictures and you can just insert. So here I have selected, I have downloaded a picture for conceptual phase. So I have just put here conceptual phase. So again, I am just resizing it so that this corresponds to conceptual phase. Okay, so this is how I can insert a picture. Now if I want to insert a picture for say design and planning phase, the same thing. I am just going to insert. I am just clicking on to the pictures. Okay, and for design and planning phase, maybe I feel this picture is okay, so I am adjusting this picture. Just click on to this boundary and you can pull it. Okay, anyway you can pull either top down or left right, you can pull it, and then I fix this picture here. Okay, so this is conceptual and planning, conceptual phase. This picture I would like to keep for design and planning phase. Next is I am going to insert again pictures for empirical phase. Empirical phase is data collection phase. So I select that particular picture. I am adjusting. So this is how you can adjust the pictures however you want. You can do it very creatively. Okay, so that's it. So same way I have other pictures collected, but I hope now it is clear how to insert pictures. I'll show you one more option, that is inserting pictures. It's not only what pictures you have in your laptop, you can even insert online pictures. So how to do that? Just click on to that online pictures. If you have a good internet connection, okay, you can just type here, say I want a picture for analysis. So I'm giving here analysis. Okay, and now from the online, so many pictures have been brought by the system. Okay, so I would like to take so many online pictures are there. So I think I'll take this particular one which shows, or this one which says analysis. So just like how we did before. Okay, now this picture is inserted. Just resize the picture and now I keep it for analysis phase. So once more I'll show you insert online pictures. Okay, so I type here dissemination is nothing but yeah, I'll type it as dissemination and give a search. So you have so many pictures which have come for dissemination. Maybe to get the right, I write dissemination of research and search it. So I have so many pictures which are coming here. Okay, so if you feel any pictures are relevant, you can select it and you can insert it. So that is how we add pictures into the PowerPoint. Okay, so it's very simple. Insert pictures, insert online pictures, anything is fine. Now I would like to give an animation. Okay, how to give an animation? See, I'll just show you how this slide looks like. So I'm just going, see, this is an abbreviation for slideshow. Okay, this is an abbreviation for slideshow. So if you want to, if you are not familiar with that, what you can go is just go to slideshow and just present from beginning. Okay, slideshow from beginning, or the same thing you can do it here. Okay, that is this icon. So I'm going to give slideshow from beginning. So this is how my PowerPoint is coming. Okay, so this is how it looks. So this is how my PowerPoint is there without any animation. Now, if I want to add animation, what should I do? What you have to do is you have to select the animation tab. Okay, when I select the animation tab, now nothing is in active form. Everything is, very dull and I can't select. So what I should do? Select a picture. Now you find everything is okay. Now everything has come and I can select any animation. So what I do is I select the picture, go to this launch button. You will find so many animations are there. So many animations are there. You have an appear animation, okay, or you have fly in animation. Fly in means you can just see here, it just comes. So you can add effect options. You can make it whether you want that animation to fly from the bottom or from the left or from top left. So you have so many options. So as you just browse and as you're just clicking onto each animation, you will learn very clearly what each animation looks like. Okay, so I'm just going to give appear. Okay, so just give appear. Okay, so if you want to know how it is, just click this animation pane. Okay, so now you will have an idea that this picture, okay, is the first animation. Okay, now I'm going to the second picture, the second one. The second one, again I'm selecting appear. Okay, now the first picture is picture this one. Okay, the second I have selected. Now the third one I would like to again give an animation appear. Appear means it just appears. Okay, with a click it will appear. Okay, the fourth one again I click and just give appear. Now here I find that in the animation pane I have given this I have given 4 animations here in order. See, when we look into this animation pane, here we have an option which says, do you want the animation to start on click? That is when you give a enter button or when you are giving an downward arrow mark or an upward arrow mark. Okay, automatically the animation will come. Okay, that is on click. Or do you want to this animation with the previous one? So I'll show you an example for both. So I'm just making it here as on click. So let us see now how the animation looks like. Okay, so this is how it is. So when I explain the conceptual phase, okay, I give a picture of that. When I explain the design and planning phase, I give a picture, empirical phase, analytical phase. So that is how the animation looks like. So, okay, so if you want to reorder it, you can do. Now for example, if I am going to select this particular animation and if I am going to give click with previous, let us see what happens. Okay, with previous. So here first, second, third. See, when the third picture came, at the same time the following picture, that is the analysis picture, also came. So you can decide how you want your animations to come when you're doing a PowerPoint presentation. So this is how we design animations. You have again more advanced options here, which I am not taking in this video because this is only a basic PowerPoint, how to prepare a basic PowerPoint. Let me tell you one more thing. This it's not only the pictures. Okay, it is not only the pictures you can give animation. You can also give the animations. Say for example, if you want to give an animation, you even for the typed words, okay, you can add animation. For example, here faces, I would like to zoom it. Okay, so faces, this is how it comes. Okay, so it's not only for the pictures, even for the written words you can select and you can give animations. So this is how we add animations from this animation ribbon. So in this video, so far we have just seen how to open a PowerPoint. Okay, we have seen what are the various tabs which are present, and under each tab we have seen in this ribbon we have a groups this being present. For some of the tabs we know that there are certain launch button which is present in each group. Then we saw how to prepare a title slide. Now you know what is mean by a thumbnail. Okay, and when I click on to the thumbnail, I get this particular slide. So I know that there is a thumbnail. Okay, we know how to type in the slides. We know how to insert the pictures, which is the pictures either saved in the computer or even you can browse for online pictures. I've just shown you the basic animation, how to add animation and how to view a slideshow. Okay, so how to view a slideshow. So this slideshow, I told you that there is an icon here, or go to slideshow and give from the beginning. So this is how we prepare a PowerPoint. Now the most important task is we have to save it. Okay, so how to save it? Just go to file and then give it as save as. Okay, you can give this as save as. So where to save it? Okay, if you want to, you have to add a place. Okay, where to save in this computer? So I would like to save. These are the recent documents which I have opened today, yesterday, last week. So if needed, I can save it in any one of this, or you can open the computer and you can decide where you want. So I would like to save this in documents. So I am adding a PowerPoint presentation in the documents. The title is research process and I save it. So now this PowerPoint is saved. Especially for students, I would like to say that as and how you are doing the PowerPoint preparation or even any typing in a Microsoft Word, have the habit of saving the file. Okay, otherwise, suppose if due to any reasons, if the window is closed, okay, anyway it will ask you, it will prompt you whether you need to save, but accidentally or due to certain reasons, if the computer just shuts down due to certain reasons, then whatever thing you have not saved will just go away. So it's my small piece of advice to my dear students that please have the habit of intermittently keep on saving. Just click on to the save button so that whatever you have typed is kept safe. So this is how we do a PowerPoint, and I hope and I pray that this video is going to be useful, especially for those students who are in the level of a beginner, especially in using a PowerPoint. Now let's just check and see if my PowerPoint is there. Okay, so I'm just going to PowerPoint 2016. So I'm just opening it up. I find that here my PowerPoint is there. If needed, I can even open my documents and take. So one more thing which I left to tell you is, so I told you that so many templates are there. If needed, I can search for an online template. Okay, if I'm not happy with all these templates, I want a new template, I want it related to some education. Just type education and just give a search. If you have a good online net connection is there, you can select. If you are happy, you can just browse and say you can select any one of the PowerPoint and you can just give a create and your new template of PowerPoint is ready. So this is how we open and we type the content for a PowerPoint presentation. So I hope and wish that you will be able to create PowerPoints with much ease. It's very easy. Okay, it's only the basic things which I have told you. The more and more you explore within the PowerPoint, you will reach the level of an advanced. So thank you very much for watching my video. Thank you.